that's when everyone was like, oh, there's an active shooter, and then everyone kind of made their way out.
It was one of the scariest things I've ever been through.
I thought I was like, stop, there's a shooting, and no one believed me. There was a moment of silence, and then we heard like a few thumps.
It's just devastating that the world is coming to this, especially at the holidays.
I want to give kudos to the UNLV police and the Metro. They did an amazing job on the response time, and my heart, my prayers and thoughts go out to all the families who lost anyone or anyone was injured. This is really a tragic day, but as we all know, we will get through. Vegas strong.
At 12:04 p.m. on Wednesday, Las Vegas police confirmed there was an active shooter on the campus of UNLV. The university sent out alerts saying, run, hide, fight. Students dropped everything and ran for their lives. Others sheltered in their classrooms, terrified for their lives. 3 UNLV professors died on campus in a tragic shooting that has left our city in tears and in pain. We are Vegas strong, and we are UNLV strong, and we will rely on each other for strength as we heal from a tragic week here in Las Vegas. The Runnin Rebels locking arms pregame, ready to return to action after Wednesday's canceled game on the road in Dayton, Ohio, in response to the shooting at UNLV. A standing ovation at the Dollar Loan Center for UNLV's campus security in attendance at last night's game against LMU. The freshman point guard DJ Thomas would get things going for the Scarlet and Gray. Kevin Kruger praises the local star's vocal leadership this season. The Runnin Rebels jump on the board first. UNLV brings the defensive fight early. 4 first-half blocks by the Runnin Rebels, bringing the fight on defense. Justin Webster, the fifth-year senior, knocks down the 3-ball, and UNLV takes a 9-6 lead over LMU. The Lions keeping this ball game tight. Dominic Harris was a problem for UNLV, knocking down 5 threes at the DLC. LMU would take a 38-35 lead at the half. DJ Thomas, the local star, comes out with a spark in the second half. Thomas led his guys with 17 points last night as UNLV steals the lead 39-38. Later in the second, Isaiah Cottrell pulls up from deep, knocking down his third three-point bucket of the night. It was a nail-biter at the DLC. The Runnin Rebels keep up the fight. Luis Rodriguez pokes the ball away. Webster takes it the other way, and the fifth-year guard would finish with the dunk. 5 fifth-year seniors on this UNLV roster. The Rebels trail LMU 76-75 with 13 to play. Final seconds on the clock. DJ Thomas with a chance to win the game. No dice. UNLV drops their 4th game of the season to LMU in a nail-biter, 78-75. The Runnin Rebels really opened up to me last night on their emotions after dealing with a tough week here in Las Vegas.
Obviously, in our community, going through that is tough. I know back home in my community, we went through something similar. So, just trying to prepare for those next couple of days is kind of, you're trying to wrap your head around everything that's happened because you're still in shock. You go from seeing everybody on campus to it being a ghost town. So, still no excuse for us to not come in here and handle business, but it definitely shocked us for sure. I think you could see it in practice the last couple of days, but we were still able to go into practice and do a pretty good job of locking in. We just got to translate it to the game, and we said before, this game was nothing more for the staff members for the university, and we just couldn't get it done tonight. But come Wednesday, this team will respond, and we'll definitely be ready to play, and we'll play harder.
It was a different role for me, playing the 4 and being, with KB, just to get it done. It was a lot different for everybody. Jalen being out, it's a new look for the opposing team, but it looks good. It's working. We just got to finish the game. That's it.
Obviously, Coach, it's been a tragic week on campus. I want to ask you how your team reacted to the news, adjusted to the news, and, was able to compartmentalize what happened this week.
Yeah, it was just, I think when everyone got the news, just sick. you know, as you know, there's just so many things that go through your mind immediately. But you know, as the information was gathered, you know, I think everyone was just sick. I mean, nobody was worried about basketball. Nobody was worried about anything. You know, with being on the road, you know, we weren't really thinking about anything other than, you know, what was going on back home and everybody that was affected by it. But the university's done a good job of letting the guys know that the resources are available. Dr. Casey Oynes is available in the event that any of the guys want to reach out and have someone to talk to, so that they can just make sure that they're in a good place.
What have you seen from your team in the past couple of days trying to stay focused here at the Dollar Loan Center? You're shorthanded with Jalen Hill out. Talk about your team's focus this week to lock in on this game.
Yeah, it was as I mentioned in there. There's really no playbook, you know, for this, and you know, of course, the first thought, the middle thought, the last thought is just that the guys are okay, that they're able to grasp it, and if they want to talk to somebody, talk to them. If they want to, you know, take a deep breath, just because at the end of the day, you know, it's really hard to go too long without it being on your mind, and so. You know, our focus is still just the guys and making sure they're okay.
Happy to see Kevin Kruger and his team get home safely from Dayton, Ohio, and be able to have the strength to play at the DLC. We'll hear more from Kevin Kruger tonight on the Reb Zone and continue to break down their 78-75 loss to LMU. Well, coming up next, we'll hear from the Raiders and the Golden Knights as the professional sports teams in Las Vegas share their love and support for UNLV this week. And the local five-star recruit from Liberty High School, DJ Thomas, is rising as a leader on the Runnin Rebels team. Kevin Kruger will share more about Thomas's growth and what he expects to see from his starting point guard this season. And Rebels supporting Rebels fresh off their OU win. The 9-0 Lady Rebels came out to the DLC last night. We'll hear more from the undefeated Lady Rebels and show you how the Sooners share their condolences to UNLV.
First and foremost, our hearts go out to UNLV, to Las Vegas, the greater Nevada community, and also to the first responders, you know, just who put their lives on the line as well to make sure everybody comes out safe. But obviously we'll say a prayer this morning in the team meeting, give our thoughts and prayers to them. And as you know, I was just at the game Saturday. Yeah. Supporting UNLV, watching them play Boise State. So as a Raider organization, our hearts go out to them.
Yeah, I mean, it's sad to say, but we know how to be in those situations, right? Vegas strong, and we all we're gonna help the community heal as much as possible. And I mean, Vegas is our home, right? So it's really sad that we have to go through that again. But I mean, we'll be there for everybody or whoever needs it.
Really beautiful words right there from Raiders interim head coach Antonio Pierce and VGK right wing Jonathan Marchessault, as we saw every pro team here in the Valley send UNLV their condolences after this week's tragic shooting on campus that left 3 professors dead. The NBA donated 300 tickets to UNLV students to their in-season tournament championship this weekend, and the Raiders donated 100 tickets over to UNLV for their home game today against the Vikings. Incredible support for UNLV. And sporting events resumed this weekend for UNLV athletics. The Runnin Rebels were back in action at the Dollar Loan Center after their Wednesday night game on the road in Dayton, Ohio was canceled in response to the shooting on campus at UNLV. The Rebels shorthanded against LMU as their starting forward Jalen Hill is out with a wrist injury. The Rebels came up short 78-75 as freshman point guard DJ Thomas missed the game-winning floater. Head coach Kevin Kruger shares more from the DLC.
DJ Thomas led your guys with 17 points tonight, but misses the final shot with 3 seconds left. He's young. He's a freshman. How does he grow from tonight's loss?
I think just by taking it. You know, it's a shot that we'd take him taking on almost every possession. Certainly to close out a game. DJ in the middle of the paint is extremely efficient, and I thought he did a great job. We talked in the last huddle about taking a timeout versus not. So I thought he did a great job getting the break, pushing it, getting an advantage, and then taking a good little runner.
I want to talk about his leadership on the court, in those final seconds. What growth have you seen from DJ this season?
I think he's starting to get more and more vocal. I think, early on, as we talked about, I thought he was, you kind of knew he was the young guy. He knew he was the freshman, and I think at times he was a little quiet. And so he's starting to talk a little bit more. He's starting to be a little more assertive on the offensive end, and that's great. And that's what we need from him. We need him to just continue to grow in that area. And again, he's somebody who's just going to get so much better as the year goes on.
Great to see our local guys shine on the Runnin' Rebels team. The Lady Rebels were at the Dollar Loan Center last night after flying in from their big road win in Norman, Oklahoma. Amazing to see that the Sooners left them a card with flowers saying that you are in our thoughts. And how about, speaking about local kids, Desiree Young, the Vegas native, dropped a career-high 32 points on the road against OU as UNLV dominated the Sooners in 92-76. Back-to-back wins against Power 5 teams. The Lady Rebels are rolling this season as they remain undefeated at 9-0. We caught up with the Lady Rebels last night at the DLC.
Kiara, honestly, so great to see you guys here in person at the Dollar Loan Center. Can you tell me how, you've been able to process what has happened this week?
Honestly, it doesn't even feel real. Like, it's so crazy that even happened, and it's just tragic. And my prayers go out to everyone that was impacted by it.
Talk about what it took for you mentally for the team to prepare for Oklahoma today.
Lindy said before the game, we want to try to be a light for our community, to bring something positive to the community, and we did by getting that win.
9-0, and this girl dropped 32 points today. Talk about the team's chemistry right now.
Oh my God, it's so good. We just love playing together, and we play for each other, and we just want to see each other succeed.
Desi, I know I mentioned it on Zoom earlier, but the chemistry between you two, talk about how that's built this season.
I've always put my faith in Little Key, so whatever she thinks, I'm going to go with it, and whatever I think, she's going to go with it. So, I just think we work with each other, and we also work with our teammates and just figuring out, exactly what works for us.
Kiara, talk about being back home. And, the rest of the season, I know going 1-0 is important, but will each game have a little bit more meaning of what's happened this past week?
I think so. Like I said earlier, I think we want to try to bring some positivity back to our community, and we can do that by just going out there, doing what we do, and winning.
Yeah. 2 back-to-back wins against Power 5 teams. What does that say about this year's group?
I think we've proven ourselves, and I think hopefully we put ourselves on the map, and maybe people will start noticing us now.
The Lady Rebels projected to win another title this season, and so far it looks like they are going to secure that three-peat. Well, getting back to normalcy in Las Vegas is going to take time. Healing is going to take time. We go one-on-one with UNLV Athletic Director Eric Harper to hear how the university is helping the students cope with this week's tragedy.
An opportunity to bring some light to what we've had, a lot of darkness. And so, we like to think we always play for something greater, but we played for the pride of Las Vegas and UNLV, and to bring some joy and to bring a light for our community. And they played inspired, and I think everyone could see that on the court.
Our community continues to heal from the awful tragedy that happened on the UNLV campus this week. 3 innocent lives were lost and hundreds of students leaving their belongings on campus and running or hiding to take shelter. Students called this week traumatizing, as we hear more from UNLV Athletic Director Eric Harper on the events that happened this week and how the university moves forward.
It's been hard, just trying to, you always ask yourself why. But most importantly, our community is recovering. It's going to take some time, but our student athletes are healthy, our staff is healthy. We have, our prayers and thoughts go out to the families that lost loved ones, and not only is it the physical aspect of it, but the mental aspect of what we went through as a campus, as a community on Wednesday is very tragic.
Noon on Wednesday, walk me through how unified the athletics program was once you heard the news.
Very, very unified. I think our staff did an excellent job of communicating out to our student athletes and to our staff. We all went into action and made phone calls and sent text messages. We have a system called ARMS that we can send out a message to all of our athletes, and we got to check it on the athletes, and coaches were responding. It just showed how prepared we are in those situations, and unfortunately we are prepared because we've had to be in that space. But to see, obviously, 1 October, to see how you have to, And I can't thank the law enforcement enough for how they reacted, in particular on campus, in 78 seconds is absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Let's talk about getting back to normal and enjoying sporting events. We had the hockey team win last night. The Lady Rebels won today. The Runnin Rebels playing right now. Talk about the healing process that you're preparing for on campus.
You know, you try to get back to whatever you kind of consider as normalcy, but it's really hard because you're always thinking about, you know, what happened, and you try to move on and you try to get back. I mean, sports kind of unifies people in a very unique way, and I think this week with the Golden Knights, our Lady Rebels won today at Oklahoma. It's just special to be able to sit around and have some joy in what was a very, very trying week for us.
The Raiders have donated tickets. The NBA have donated tickets. Talk about the support you have felt from this community.
Well, once again, it's UNLV, it's Nevada strong. I mean, from all over the state, you know, and all over the country, we've been supported, and that helps you heal. The support in this city alone. We galvanize together. We are strong together. We work together, and you can't. I wouldn't want to be in any other community because we are together, and we're building on the positives of Las Vegas right now. We'll continue to do so.
Well, thankful to get back to a little bit of normalcy last night at the DLC, and thankful to see Eric Harper and his beautiful family sitting courtside last night at the Runnin Rebels game. Well, the work continues for the 3-4 Rebels. UNLV will look to bounce back against a top 10 team. That's right, 10th ranked Creighton on Wednesday night at the DLC. We'll hear more from Runnin Rebels head coach Kevin Kruger next, and their preparation to take down one of the best teams in the country on Wednesday night. UNLV getting ready for their biggest game of the year. Number 10 Creighton at the Dollar Loan Center at 6 p.m. on Wednesday night. The 10th ranked Blue Jays are riding an 8-1 overall record and roll into the Dollar Loan Center on a 3-game win streak. The Rebels will prepare for a Creighton team that has 3 Power 5 wins over Oklahoma State, Nebraska, and Iowa. Here's more from the Runnin Rebels head coach Kevin Kruger at the Dollar Loan Center. You guys are getting ready for an 8-1 Creighton team here on Wednesday night. What do you want to see from your guys in the next few days here in the DLC?
Yeah, we just like we talked about in the locker room. We gotta have fun fighting. We can't control our confidence, but we can control how aggressive we are. And so that's something that they're humming. They know what each other's going to do right now before they do it, and they're one of the best teams in the country. So we've got to go out swinging. We've got to go out being aggressive. We've got to understand we're going to make mistakes, but just like you do in any game. But just because they're Creighton and just because they're a top ranked team in the country, that we can't assume every mistake's going to end the game. We just gotta go compete, gotta go talk. Like I said, we gotta figure out how to be problem solvers here for the next few weeks.
Rebel Nation was strong tonight here in the DLC. What support have you felt for your program, your university this past week?
It's been great. I think, I thought, like I said, I thought the university just did a great job of reaching out to the guys, making sure that they've got resources available. As a coaching staff, we've tried really hard to let them know that if there's anything they want to talk about, if there's anything they want to address, if there's anything they want us to know, not to hesitate, because, like I said in the press conference, basketball is just such a small piece of life, and there's people around the university right now that lost close ones, lost family members, and to think that we get to go play a game is pretty special. And so just want the guys to know that everybody at the university, everybody in the athletic department, all the fans are there for them, and I think they understand that.
Well, great to see Rebel Nation pack the Dollar Loan Center last night to check out the Jack Jones Classic. I know it'll be another big crowd for the Runnin Rebels matchup against 10th ranked Creighton on Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Well, Las Vegas, as we say goodnight on the Reb Zone, our thoughts and prayers are with everyone in this community affected by the shooting at UNLV this week. 3 innocent lives were lost due to gun violence. This community is Vegas strong, and we will heal and grow stronger together. Good night.